During this video, I'm going to give you the top performer mindset for real estate professionals. Hey, welcome back to the show. My name's Todd Conklin. For those of you that don't know me, I am the founder of Sales Warrior Academy. I built a $3 billion real estate company by working with individual agents on exactly what to do, when to do, and how to do it to build an exceptional life and business. Today, specifically, we're going to talk about mindset. And look, they say that success leaves clues. There's no difference in the world of mindset. In order to be a top in any profession, athletics, sales, it doesn't really matter. You got to lean into the mindset. And for those of you that want to be the top 1%, top 2%, you and I both know you're going to have to do some things differently. And y'all, let's face it, 87% of the people don't make it. And of the 13% that do, they make $47,000 a year. Like, it's less than $4,000 per month. Nobody got in this business to make less than $4,000 a month. So what's the difference? It's clearly not the information. The information is out there for everybody to learn. It comes down to this. It's your mindset. I'm going to give you 4 very specific things that you can do to ensure that you have a top performing mindset. Number 1 on my list is you got to crowd it out. Look, there's all of these studies that have been done where they say, hey, look, is it more important for you to think positively, or is it more important to you to reduce the amount of negative thoughts? Time and time again, the most important thing is to reduce the amount of negative thoughts. So it's not about manifestation necessarily. It's not necessarily about affirmations as much as what those manifestation statements and affirmations do in crowding out the negative. See, if you're speaking positive, you can't be speaking negative at the same time. So crowding it out might look like a lot, maybe affirmations. It may sound a lot like listening to podcasts or listening to great books or turning off the news and listening to some inspirational speech. It's important for you to be able to crowd out all of the negative. See, where there is all positive, negative can't live. But when there is all negative, positive can't live. You get to make the decision, you get to make the choice, but your mind is the field in which you must protect. That's the arena that the battle really first starts. Number 2 on my list is you got to follow the data. There is a difference between feel and real. And oftentimes we get stuck in the, gosh, man, it feels like it's muddy. It feels like it lacks clarity. It feels like we're trudging along. But the data tells a different story, and we can look at micro data points and we can look at macro data points. For those people who work with me, I encourage them to focus first on the micro data points. See, we've got the big macros, so those would be the outcomes. But we have all of these opportunities from a data perspective to look at the leading indicators, the actions that we know that ultimately will get us the outcomes. And if we focus on the micro actions and we have small wins that we get to celebrate. And that's the mindset of a top professional. See, we focus in on winning and winning and winning. I think there might have been a famous general that gave a commencement speech that talks specifically about the very first thing you do every day is make your bed. And the purpose of that from a mindset perspective is that you've established that you've already won. So number 2 is follow the data. Number 3 are mentors and coaches. Listen, mentors and coaches are there because they have been there before. And see, oftentimes when we're talking about being part of the 1%, 2% club, what you're really talking about is doing something that 99% of the population has never done. So it would make sense that you have all of this noise and all of these opinions and all of these judgments from the majority, the vast majority of society that are all looking at you like you're crazy. And by the way, you probably are crazy if you're a top 1%er. But here's the thing, a mentor and a coach that have done it before, that's the key, that have done it before, they know you're not crazy and they know it's hard and they can tell you, hey, you're on the right path. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. A top mentor, a top coach can help you through that. Now, they got to have done it before. That's the big key. But these are the ones that when things are hard, when you are doubting yourself, when you're doubting your methods, you're doubting your actions, maybe you're even doubting your intentions, they're the ones that can bring you back down into reality, remind you of the positivity that you've got to have, shine a light on your data and show you the path for the future that they took. Remember, their job as a mentor, as a coach, is to reduce the amount of time and eliminate pain. And that is why you have mentors and coaches. So number 3 on that list is find yourself a great mentor, a great coach, and they'll forever change your mindset. And number 5 is the sum of the 5. It's not true. It's number 4. Number 4 is you are the sum of the 5. And I know this one gets credited to Jim Rohn, but it actually predates Jim. It goes back to the Bible, where in Proverbs, it very clearly talks about who you hang out with matters. And when it comes to being a top performer, when it comes to your mindset, being surrounded by great people, it matters. And there's a number of reasons why it matters. But first of all, let's talk about how would you choose the people that you would have in your circle. Number 1, great people for your circle, they defend you in rooms that you aren't, and then they tell you the truth, like the real truth, maybe often the hard truth to your face. Don't ever forget that. Somebody who is just simply, I think the kids call it glazing today, but somebody who's just simply giving you all, oh, you're so great, you're so great. Look, that's not what you're looking for in your group, in your 5. The other thing that is great about this is that top performers, they see things differently, right? Like, they're not sitting on the porch talking about the weather. You follow what I'm saying? If they're talking about the weather, they're talking about how they might be able to solve the weather or take advantage of the fact that the weather is the way it is and that there's a problem that somebody has and they can solve that problem. They're always talking about positivity, opportunity. It's never negative. The 5 that you choose, if you're going to choose 5 people, you better make sure that they are all aligned with your core values, that they are all trying to grow. They're trying to be better men, better women, that they're focused on the 4 foundations. They've got similar faiths, or they have faith at all. Listen, we've seen it time and time again. Somebody goes, oh, I'm gonna be in that circle. And you go over there and you look, oh my gosh, they're incredibly successful in business. But then you find out, well, they're not so successful in family. That would not be your circle if family is important to you. Do you follow what I'm saying? There is a circle out there. And if there isn't a circle out there, then build the circle that you want, that believes in things the way you believe, that holds family at the highest level, that believes in taking care of their both physical and mental health, and believes that they can do all of that while building incredible impact and building amazing businesses. Y'all, mindset is key in any profession, especially real estate. As the markets go up and the markets go down, the competition is completely and totally crazy. And you have to do things differently than 98% of the people to actually build a great business. These are the 4 steps to having great mindset. Hey, if you're looking for other ways to have great mindset, do me a favor, comment below mindset. And somebody from my team will share you some of our courses that revolve around mindset. It might be just what you're looking for to have that lasting change. And look, if this was a valuable video for you, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, give me a follow, share it with somebody, and I'll see you on the next video.